pick here. My biggest concern here for T1 is how Faker has had some rough laning phases, with Vikla also looking really on point these days. And
about this draft.
Oh,
Raptor does not know. He's not a knower.
He is not a knower indeed. He immediately flashes, but I don't think it's going to be enough to be able to get him to safety as he really wants to get on that blast going, but it's not going to be him. It's going to be the flash from Ona that locks that one down, and they'll start off with a red buff. T1 playing dirt.
Yeah,
should be.
Unfortunately for Raptor, there's just simply nothing he can do about it. Corki having Cryo in mid. Doran playing this matchup so far pretty well, looks like. We didn't watch how all the intricacies did happen, but maybe
level 3, and Doran is just going to get flashed on and murdered.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Chronicler. Mastercurse are real.
No, don't say sorry to Chronicler. Anyway, I don't need to talk about it. Let's have a look at this one from Clear's perspective, as it was, like you say, looking dicey at this point in time.
And look at the XP bar. He's just 1 minute away from 3. That's the extra button he needs.
Oh,
boom.
Man, doesn't say a word. That's why I removed that app. Oh, God.
Looks like T1 are going to get this dragon. Oh, man, it's worse than the Italian memes.
Oh,
that Chronicler keeps showing us for some reason.
Yeah, it does feel better to talk about it, you know. Now, I know that it's not just me. Is Faker going in? Vikla in a little bit of trouble, perhaps. Has already traded quite nicely, but he keeps missing these Qs. And that isn't necessarily the best. There's another one going wide. Maybe they're not supposed to hit. Maybe that's part of the plan. Zona will be able to secure his own Raptors. As Raptor is unable to get the Rash. Smash is in trouble. Some more autos coming through here from Diablo. He's going to need another one, but the bailout comes in. The handshake's down, but Diablo doesn't die. The flashing it out of the crash down here is Diablo makes the rain, and Carrier needs to try and find him in the fog of war. Diablo, can you get out of here? Because there's another crash down, and the bullet time comes in. The stun comes through as well, and Carrier will be able to get out. That's a beautiful U-turn done here as To the Skies goes clear, and Ona has to avoid the impale. BNK outplaying T1.
Contest here as Ona's going to the bottom side of the map, try to look for a punish here. This is risky.
Yeah, as there's the bullet time just to try and clear out the wave. That's a great ulti from Ona, though, as the handshake comes in. Kellen trying to keep them at bay as Smash is in trouble. And that last auto, not quite enough. Oh my God, how did that work? The immediate bailout is going to save him, but Diablo finding that double up angle was absurd.
That should not have happened, but Carrier was on it, man. Carrier saw it. You and I thought maybe it could happen. And Diablo was like, I'm going to look for it. Carrier was like, I am ready to press the button. Yeah. He pressed it so fast.
Meanwhile, here on the top side of the map, I don't think Ascana really cares about whether Gwen is immune or not. Just going to poop her away from the turret. And Doran, no needlework's going to save you from that. So more plates going over to clear here towards the top side. And so T1 saving things. Doran has been able to sort of weather the storm in these matchups in the past. This is not weathering the storm.
No.
This is the storm, like, destroying your house and you not being in there when it goes to the Wizard of Oz.
He's even denying more farm here. He will get the turret after this. T1 grab another objective as
whoa, that's a flash in. Kellen's going to come on over. He's not really helping out with damage, but there is Vikla in the area. That's a Glacial Prison, but the Magnet Storm comes through as well. Hostile Takeover doesn't connect onto the Rise, and so they just take out the Sejuani. And BNK just continuing to find value everywhere. Feeling like something is up. He's going to spot Doran for the moment as Ona looking to come in. They get into the mist alongside the Gwen, but Clear realizing he has to get out. That's a great hammer boot, but it's not quite going to be enough. Now committing to the fight as the ulti comes out from Carrier, and that spells the end of Clear. Permafrost as well is going to mean that Kellen is in the wrong place as well. And Faker, he's also just going back. He knows that T1 have won this one.
This was
Vikla just split pushing.
Just a great call from T1 and threaten the turret they wanted in the first place. But this should be mid going down unless...
Yep, that is a handshake being employed, but Raptor is just going to ride Shelly and shows her where to go, and she is going to be able to take down the turret as Raptor tries to do it again.
Anyways, there's still a Gwen-shaped, maybe a scissor-shaped hole here on the map for T1.
Not to mention the fact that Smash is pretty far behind as well on that bottom side, 30 CA.
Faker here maybe caught.
Yeah, Ona going to come in, just throws the ulti away, was expecting a Duke, and Clear just didn't do it. Still, he's going to die.
Okay, a second time. I actually thought that it was, in fact, Raptor was in the bush. As Kellen's here.
Is it over? As the teleport out from Faker is going to get him to safety, and Ona doesn't have teleport. And so he is instead just going to die. It's going to take a little while because he's pretty tanky, but it is a 1-for-1 trade in the end. What this does, though, is provide space for Doran to try and get back into this game.
Yeah, he is still significantly behind, but this will help a little bit. He doesn't have any for this one in the past. It just feels like BNK is not the same team that threw that lead against Genji and LCK Cup. You know, this is a team that really has worked a lot on how to play from ahead.
Yeah, this team has really evolved, and it's really impressive to watch. They're going to be able to deny the soul point as well. That was something that they weren't able to do last time, and now looking to continue this as they move into the inner turret on the bottom side. Raptor playing defense. They'll let the outer turret on the top side fall down, but that is the second turret. Shot does give away that BNK are down here, but look at all of this vision. Look at all of this control that they have. And the immediate turn as Raptor is going to get his hand shaken. There's the Magnet Storm, though. The bullet time to come in as well. As the two-man impale delivers Owner and Doran, but they're pretty tanky. Owner's burning down. The bailout not even required here to keep him alive as Vikla trying to get out, and he kills Smash and survives. Vikla, how the heck did that happen? As now T1 are all limping away from this battle. In fact, the health bars everywhere are so low.
Go north.
And that will keep him alive.
That was so scary with Owner and Smash's ults coming up.
The good old face check here as another Q goes wide. Let's see who's going to win this battle as Doran's running with scissors and Vikla is missing Qs. He does have the Seraphs, and that Q he lands. Still, arrow point blank is going to be able to do it, as it was in fact a rocket from Faker.
AP for clear. Vikla has his, will have his ultimate as well, but both of these objectives come up at the same time, and T1 still didn't get any prio back. They still didn't get any deep vision.
Oh, handshake going to come through, but that is the two-man impale. This time the bullet time is going to work as Smash was shooting him, but it doesn't actually do anything. Owner goes down, Faker's dead as well, and BNK, they can take both of the objectives if they'd like.
This time BNK can turn this into Dragon. Southside Otacon here next to the Dragon is going to be taken. T1 can't cross the Baron. They lost two members, and it's not even. Otherwise, they're going to get the Dragon.
야, 여기 있어. 나 그만 볼게.
Raptors
야,
first
코르키.
person view. Calling Corky because he got the prio target this time. The bailout is not going to work because no one is anywhere near dying here for BNK.
Yeah,
If you can
beautifully
shut
done.
that down, you can stop the combo. Maybe Smash can clean up house because you got Faker on 80 carry here as well. He's got his LDR. Oh no!
Raptor comes in. Little Miss Piggy going to be delivered here as Diablo looking for an angle. Hostile takeover doesn't connect onto the Misfortune, and the bailout is going to be there. Bullet time was more in celebration, but I do like the fact that MF does a whole lot of laughing. 50%. Shock blasts raining in as Doran at full health, but I just don't know whether they're going to be able to help out here. 4 versus 5 is the advantage.
Got the angle here with a flash.
Yep, Doran's in the mist right now. He does have the bailout, and Smash is already so close to dead. Going golden is Doran, surviving for a moment, but Faker going to get knocked into the wall as Raptor is going to push him out of the fight. There's Carrier going down. Doran follows and Smashes on the wrong side of the map. The Baron is taken, and BNK, they are not losing 2 games in a row against T1 here today.
Not going to happen. Kellen takes the kill, but I think it's the least of their worries right now. Close the gap here. Faker as well, trying over the wall. The Realm Warp here is pretty short, but it's pretty clean as well. Faker just has to exit.
Kind of insane as well, the fact that Diablo and Vikla just like going together point blank into the enemy team, but they were so far ahead that it didn't even matter. To the Sky's going to get interrupted here, but I don't think Clear is too worried about it. Vikla now versus 3, but he's just running away. Phase Rush pretty powerful, and BNK will be able to take this inhibitor, but they're looking for even more. Doran doesn't have the needlework anymore, no more arrow, but there is Glacial Prison as well as the hostile takeover.
Yeah, they could just move their attention up here to the top side. Clear's setting up the wave here. They can threaten double inhibitor. Everyone being alive on T1 means there's not an end angle here unless T1 make a mistake. Kellen on a nice angle.
Yeah, every button is up here for BNK though as far as these ultimates. That's Magnet Storm, Impale, Bullet Time. This is so dangerous for T1. Still, they have to try something. Glacial Prison going to be picked up by Diablo, and Smash almost dies from 2 ticks of the bullet time.
And Vikla is escorting this mid wave in. So, I mean, there's super minions with Baron buff coming into the T1 base. Second inhibitor is going to go down. They can just siege this if they want to. There's a ping going into the bottom lane, though. Vikla is looking for the 3rd inhibitor now with the last minute of this Baron buff. And if T1 make a mistake, they just lose the game. Such a critical defense they need to have here.
Yep, 10,000 gold is the lead. Smash taken to half health. These shock blasts are so scary. As Diablo moves over, he's going to get to work on the last remaining inhibitor, and T1, nothing they can do to answer it. They're being pulled all around the rift. It's kind of beautifully played by BNK as far as their siege on the T1 base as the handshake comes in. Hostile takeover connects onto only the Skarner as Vikla going to be taken down. And now BNK with the entire base in shambles of T1 are just going to back away.
Well, but they still are alive here as Carrier's ult does kind of dissuade here. Vikla goes in a little bit deep. I think they
a few ticks of the bullet time. And they are just trying to poke them out underneath this turret. The double up, my god, he's hitting so many of those Qs. The hostile takeover does nothing. Doran trying to take down Raptor, but the Magnustorm is so good. And the layering of the Impale. Doran goes golden, but this time the Zhonya's is doing absolutely nothing. The Nexus turrets are going to be taken down. The Nexus exposed, and once again, no team in the LCK for 2025 so far will take down